Hey everybody, welcome back to Blood Feather Productions, and today I'm gonna go and throw y'all a review of Ms. Marvel Season 1. And I know that just wrapped up, and I'm also gonna have a video for Thor Love and Thunder coming out too, since I saw that movie I think on the day of its release. Just gave a couple days to sit on my thoughts about it, but let's just go ahead and get into the review. So first off, I would like to say I personally really enjoyed the Ms. Marvel TV show. No, it wasn't, the greatest comic book show I've ever seen or anything like that, and it was the worst. I think it was just pretty good, I really think people tend to over dramatize, how good or bad a MCU show is based on, I think, really arbitrary standards, but in any case, I think the first season of Captain Marvel worked really well. I think it did a lot of good things to establish the character. I think the story points were good. I think that she's gonna make a great addition to the MCU. I mean, the actress, is it Imani Avelli? I think. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. She's great. Anytime I see her interviews, she seems to really be enjoying the character. And overall, I think everyone in the cast did a really good job. They really nailed their parts, and I think everything came out really good. I've seen a lot of criticism of this show. And before I get into it, yes, there will be spoilers ahead. The fact that she's a mutant now and that her powers changed a little bit and they're switching her up, I see people complaining about that, but I think they're really just being disingenuous. I think these are people that never really cared about Ms. Marvel as a character, and now it's just a reason for them to not like the show, because personally, I don't think the hard light constructs are perfect, but I don't think they're bad. I don't think it takes anything away from her that she doesn't have stretchy powers anymore. And I think it's even less important that she's an Inhuman, because no one gives a shit about the Inhumans. Just make her a mutant. I personally think if Kamala Khan was created a couple years earlier, she would have just been a mutant and not a fucking Inhuman. So again, these are critiques that just don't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. I think that it was a teenage show based for, teenagers, young girls and MCU fans. And I think it did what it was supposed to. I think it really achieved those things. I really enjoyed, the different ways they delved into Kamala's culture and the history of India and Pakistan, and that's some things that I learned. And I've personally, I've lived overseas and in America, what I'm saying? So these are just things you don't really learn from regular education. Kind of do research on those things, and I kind of enjoyed that in my superhero show. I got to learn something new. I know not everyone liked that. It seemed that a lot of people started to lose interest when it kind of transitioned to talking more about her heritage, and I think that is just such a showing of how many, there's a certain sect of the MCU fan base, along with Star Wars fan base, that really only care about white characters and white superheroes. And when it comes to minority superheroes, they just find any and all reason to not like it. And of course, I'm not saying that's not all people or all fans, but I do think that is a vocal minority among, MCU as well as Star Wars, of people that just don't want to admit that they're just kind of racist deep down, that they don't care about characters unless they're white. And in some instances, unless they're white guys, they really don't care. And I mean, that's fine. That's their loss. But again, I really think Ms. Marvel's a great show, in my honest opinion. And I think it, personally, especially with the end credit scene with Captain Marvel, it made me more excited for the Marvels. I am not a person that really enjoyed the first Captain Marvel. I'm not really a big fan of Brie Larson, but I am a big fan of Kamala Khan, and I think Kamala Khan is really gonna bring my interest in the movie, along with Monica Rambeau. I think she did her thing in WandaVision, and having those pair up with Carol Danvers, I think will do a lot to really bolster that movie, because I just don't think Brie Larson could really do that by herself. And all in all, I really think Ms. Marvel as a show, it got too much. I think it's getting some criticism, because again, it's not a perfect show, and I think the criticism, some of it is warranted, some of it's not. I mean, obviously they're really focusing on the world building. I mean, the dropping that she's a mutant at the very end of the episode,
There's something different in your genes, like a mutation.
bombshell, and then that little switch, at the end with the post-credit scene, and even all the way back a couple episodes earlier when they were place they were got the bracelet was from the someplace affiliated with the 10 rings. I just liked all the world building. I liked all the real life history that was incorporated, and I liked the ending. It was nice. It was a nice little wrap up, and it ends with an open-ended adventure, which is what I think needed to happen. And personally, I would say this show is pretty good. I like it more than, let's see, what do I like it more than? Like I said, it's not the best MCU show. But I'm saying it's good. I think I liked it maybe a smidge more than Moon Knight. Just because Moon Knight's ending wasn't perfect. I didn't think it was bad, but it wasn't perfect. It has some things I would have liked it to work on. And I think Ms. Marvel was honestly better than Hawkeye. Personally, Hawkeye was a little hard for me to get through until they brought in Yelena. And then, but once Yelena was there, it was fun. But I definitely think I liked Ms. Marvel more than Hawkeye. Not better than What If or Loki, or WandaVision or Falcon or Soldier. But I don't think I missed any with that, naming off those. But definitely better than Hawkeye and better than Moon Knight. I definitely liked Kamala Khan. I'm excited to see where her character goes, and that's all I got to say about that. Not too much they're doing. It's a great show. If you haven't watched it, I think you should watch it. If you stayed this far into spoilers, well, I'm sorry that I spoiled some things in the story for you, but I definitely warned for spoilers. But Ms. Marvel is a show that is a good watch. I don't think it's needed material right now. I think it may, the closer we get to the Marvels, I think it will be. But overall, great show. I really enjoyed it. I would say it's worth a watch. If you feel like you need to watch it to keep up, maybe not right now, maybe in the future, but it's definitely a show worth watching. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, share this video around, and hopefully in the next couple of days, I'm probably gonna have the Thor video up and coming out not too long after this. So be looking out for that. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.